and welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading, but for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll post new readings every single day. If you're looking for daily short tarot readings, check out my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or Threads. If you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them through my website, innercircleguidance.com. Let's find out what the circle needs to know today. Okay, so the two cards that fell out were the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups. Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck here. With the Ace of Swords, there is some sort of offer that's going to be coming in. This is likely going to come in the form of communication. But for some of you, I'm seeing that this is some sort of new idea in the work, some sort of new thought pattern or sort of a new idea on a certain type of mindset or something like that. And I'm seeing that it has to do a little bit with a cycle that's happened in the past. You could also feel like you're kind of juggling at this time, like you've got a lot of balls in the air and you're kind of not even sure which ones you need to focus on. For others of you, I'm seeing that this idea or this offer is going to help bring things back into balance. It's going to slingshot things in a different direction. So if things have been hard, if you've been struggling a lot, then that might mean that this offer that's coming in will help you rebalance that out, regain your stability. If you've been feeling stuck or stagnant, then it'll help things move. But I'm seeing that it's going to help rebalance the scales here. But it's going to require some planning, and it's going to require stepping out of your comfort zone here a little bit. You're going to have to do some things or achieve some things that may be things you've never done before, things you've never thought about doing before, or you may be changing career paths or changing the way you're going about doing something in general. But I'm seeing that this offer is going to come in. This could be an offer that has to do with your romantic relationships, because we do have the Three of Swords on the table, which has to do with disappointment and heartbreak. For others of you, I'm seeing that there's some sort of disappointment and heartbreak that had to do with this cycle that's sort of coming back around, or this sort of energy that's maybe coming back around. And I'm very much picking up on that this is some sort of karmic cycle or karmic energy or karmic debt that still needs to be repaid, which is interesting because I'm not really sure why this is getting brought up again, because I think this was in a reading maybe even yesterday or the day before. But I'm seeing that this is somebody who's very much a masculine sort of energy. Now, that doesn't mean that this is a man. This could be somebody who is very logical, very like A plus B equals C type of person. Somebody who may be really great at communication, but not so great when it comes to like the emotional side of things. And I'm seeing that for you, you've stepped into this more independent, authentic energy where you are nurturing the things that you want to grow. You are more confident, you are moving forward, and you're sort of just like able to be self-sustaining and independent in the different areas of your life. So let's get a couple more cards here to find out a little bit more about what this has to do with. I just heard somebody may be making up for something, some wrongdoing, or some like paying you back for some debt, but it could have to do with a debt that maybe they feel guilty over, or something that was left unresolved for some of you. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. We have Temperance. We have the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is somebody who maybe is very motivated. This could be a fire sign or could have to do with a fire sign. somebody who came rushing in and then things fizzled out, someone who's very good at talking but not always the best at doing. And I'm seeing that it's a fast-paced sort of energy, but there is a lack of commitment in it somewhere. And I'm seeing that it could even be that you need to reject this person. I'm not really sure why this keeps getting brought up, but some part of this cycle or some lesson that you're meant to learn or some sort of like karma that is meant to be closed out is important because it has to do with your 10 of Pentacles, happiness and fulfillment in the various areas of your life. And it has to do with divine timing, and it's something that is being divinely guided to be brought together. It's something that's being divinely healed. Now, I'm seeing that you're going to be given a choice that you're going to have to make here. Now, this could be a choice between two things, could be a choice between two opportunities, but I am seeing that there's a potential for travel here for some of you. For others of you, I'm seeing that this has more to do with there's something that's been holding you back, something that you feel you're unprepared for, and this is going to show you that you are prepared for whatever it is. I still feel like I want more specific answers on this, so I'm just going to take 3 cards from the Signs of the Time Oracle deck and see if we get any other energy by using a different deck. For some of you, I just heard that this Knight of Wands card actually has more to do with your own motivation and the up and down movement of that motivation. And that whatever this cycle is or this debt is going to help you continue on your path. I just saw the Abundance card in this deck. We have Balance, Yin and Yang, angel number 4. Succulence, Resilience, angel number 38. We have the Sunflower, Action, angel number 34. With the Yin and Yang Balance card, I'm seeing here, as we discussed with this 2 of Pentacles, that there's some imbalance happening in this cycle. And part of it is that you feel like you have to be in an either or sort of energy. So maybe you feel like you have to be in a masculine energy because you have to be logical and rational, but in other times you feel like you have to be in a feminine energy to be creative or whatever. Or you feel like you have to only be in your higher self all the time and not your shadow self, or whatever it may be. But I'm seeing that part of this lesson that you're going to be learning and part of this whole karmic debt that's going to be settled has to do with an imbalanced energy between duality energies in your life, coming more into a symbiotic relationship instead of an either or type of relationship. You have to realize that in your life, you don't have to be this or that. You can be both simultaneously. And that's going to look different for the different people who are watching this video. But work on balance, work on finding that sort of peace. And that will help you with some of these issues. Also, 4s have to do with long-term stability in numerology. 4 has to do with manifesting things very quickly and the things that you desire being right around the corner. For some of you, you need to be stepping into more of a faithful energy when it comes to your manifestation and being a little bit more confident in your abilities, confident in the universe's support of you, and confident in the support of your guides. I'm also seeing here with the Succulent and Resilience that some of these harder lessons that you've had to learn are actually going to be springboarding you forward here very soon, because they're going to teach you how to deal with a lot of these issues and problems and challenges and obstacles that you didn't know how to deal with in the past that kind of tripped you up every time you were moving forward. And what you're going to come to find is that with this situation, you're going to grow a lot. You're going to grow in, I hate to say in adversity because that sounds bad. It sounds like in order for you to grow, all this bad stuff has to happen, and that's not really the case. It may not be that things are falling apart or that you're losing everything or anything wildly crazy like that. Sometimes that resilience through adversity is sort of certain things not working out the way that you maybe wanted them, or like you feeling overwhelmed even with your current circumstances. Even if nothing's actually falling apart, you're just unhappy and you're not really sure exactly why. It's because you're being taught something very important about alignment and about balance in your life. It's gonna allow you to take action differently. It's gonna allow you to sort of shift towards the sun, so to speak, the way a sunflower does, in the sense that you're gonna be able to go forward with what lights you up in your passion. And I'm seeing that for some of you, you're not really sure what that passion is with this Knight of Wands. And it's funny because some of you, this does have to do with a romantic counterpart, but for others of you, I'm seeing this actually has to do with your relationship with yourself. And that's why this energy has been so sort of confusing the last like couple days, is because there's dual readings here for the different people watching this. But for some of you, this really has to do with, you're not even sure exactly what lights you up. So how are you supposed to reach your happiness and abundance in all areas of your life when you don't even know what that looks like in each area? Some of you are going to learn through taking action and realizing you don't like something, or that something not working out, or something not coming as easily as you expected, or something that you're doing is just not as fulfilling as you thought it would be. And that is going to help you align to an energy where you're going to be able to manifest things that you want more quickly. So I'm largely seeing that whatever this karmic debt that needs to be settled is, however this, and there still is somebody who's involved in this as well, whether it's a counterpart or not, and whether or not you're falling into the counterpart category or you're falling into this is like your own motivation and your own self. There's still a third party that's involved in this in some way or another that's going to look different to each of you. But regardless, whatever debt needs to be settled is going to help you be able to take the action forward that you need to take in order to align to the Ten of Pentacles energy. Because here's the thing, even when we don't always necessarily know exactly what we want, our guides will know if we're truly happy or not happy. We can't really hide our emotions as well with our guides. Now, our guides, they're not going to overthrow your free will, so they're going to allow you to make whatever choices you want for yourself. But at times, I feel like there's been moments in your life where you've kind of just done things as a means to an end, or you've done things because you felt like you needed to or had to do it, not because you wanted to do it. And I'm seeing that a lot of that is going away. And whatever this debt is that needs to be settled, this karmic debt that I keep referring to, is going to help with that. It's going to help with sort of closing out some of these cycles, some of these lessons, some of these things that need to be put aside finally and put away so that you can move forward in a different way, in a different path. And it's going to feel a little resistant at first. It's going to feel slow or frustrating or whatever, because you are having to go through this spiritual awakening to open your mind up to these new possibilities and these new opportunities and these new types of mindsets, habits, and ways of doing things and thinking about things and feeling things. So have a little patience through this process, because largely why there's so many conflicting energies in this is because there is just an overall underlying confusing energy to whatever the situation is in general that is coming from you and like the situation that you're in with it. So as we move along, I'm sure things will get more clear, and I have a feeling that there's gonna be something else revealed about this. This is probably gonna get brought up again, even in the next couple of days, I would say. But there's certain things that need to be closed out. So if you have any unfinished business in any area of your life, I would start focusing a little bit on that and start trying to get more specific about what you want instead of what you don't want. But sometimes it's easier to start with what you don't want so that you can get into what you do want. So as long as you're doing it in a reflective way, in a productive way, you're still making progress. So your affirmation for this reading is, I am remaining patient through my process of spiritual awakening. Clarity is coming in divine timing. And as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.